Hey guys, this is Kevin over at jazztime.com. Jazztime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. We offer these watches at the lowest price. So if you're interested in a watch, simply click on the links in the description below. We'd greatly appreciate it if you buy a watch from jazztime.com once in a while. Today we'll be reviewing the Rolex Datejust 36. This is the model number 126231. We'll be going over the dial, bezel, case, crown, bracelet, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. So the dial configuration I currently have in my hand here is a very beautiful chocolate style dial, but as you can see, very unique in the sense that you see the Rolex name sort of patternized all along the whole face of the dial. That's actually called the Jubilee motif style dial. One interesting thing about this specific dial, as it's already unique enough with the Rolex name being sort of patternized in the background, is that they still even keep the sort of sunburst feature of the Datejust watches, or just any Rolex dial in general, where you can kind of see that there's different highlights from the light and different contrasting shadows on the dial as well. So you get this sort of nice radial lighting that just sort of heightens the sort of contrast of the dial much more, giving it much more shine in general. And then we have the most luxurious of the models, or rather one of the most luxurious of the models, having our diamond hour markers fashioned in 18 karat ever rose gold. Ever rose gold being the the rose gold that Rolex has patented themselves, adding a little bit of platinum into their rose gold mixture to keep that rose gold color throughout its lifetime, whereas other watch brands do a sort of a red gold, rose gold, or whatever gold they want to call it, that can fade over time. Whereas, you know, with Rolex quality, that this rose gold won't fade over time. It'll keep this nice, beautiful pinkish color on the bezel, on the bracelet. As you can see, this is two-tone watch, and on the crown itself for the rest of its life. But besides that, it's so a very basic Datejust watch in the sense that the dial architecture is just hour markers for the 1-2, from the 4 to the 11, Rolex crown logo at the 12 o'clock position, date window at the 3 o'clock position with a Cyclops lens on top of that sapphire crystal for magnification and easier viewing of that date. Now, if this dial isn't up to your standards and you're looking for something a little bit less or a little bit more, we are in luck. Datejust is a dress watch, so this comes in numerous different dial configurations. You can get it in the just regular style chocolate dial, the chocolate sunburst style, without the sort of Jubilee of the Rolex name in the back. You also can get it in a white dial, black dial, dark rhodium, different style hour markers as well, such as index hour markers. If you have a hard time and you need the watch to be read at night, the index hour markers come with a luminosity on the hour markers and on the hour and minute hand, whereas the diamond version, the hour and minute hand, are completely solid gold. And of course, the most luxurious of the models, if you feel like splurging a little bit more money, then you can buy the mother of pearl dial with diamond hour markers as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the bezel now. The bezel, as you can see, just a simple fluted 18 karat ever rose gold bezel. Very similar to the sunburst dials, where it captures light in various areas while also having contrasting shadows to bring more shine to the face of the watch. As you can see, as I tilt it in my light box, even just gently tilting it, you can see this sort of like dances with the light around the edge of the bezel. Alright, moving on to the case now. The case size is a 36mm case size, as stated is a Rolex Datejust 36. So index finger to my thumb here, 36 millimeters in diameter. Side profile of the watch, you can see very beautiful high polish on the side profile, and also is not too thick of a watch, so will fit under those suit cuffs, dress cuffs very nicely. Moving on to the face once more, you can see nice high polish on the lugs of the case, and onto the crown side, nice high polish on this side as well. As we move on to the crown functions, here is the crown in the ever rose gold, Rolex crown logo on the crown itself, with two little dots underneath the crown, indicating that this is a twin lock double waterproofness system. We're going to unwind the crown counterclockwise as shown, and in the standard position is where you can actually wind the watch. About 15 to 20 clockwise turns is all you need to get the watch started once more. Pulling the crown out to the next position will allow you to adjust the date instantaneously at the 3 o'clock position. As you can see, I just move the crown clockwise and it changes very quickly. Pulling the crown out to the final position, keeping your eye on the second hand here. I'm going to stop it at the 11 o'clock position by pulling the crown to the final position. You'll be able to set the hands bidirectionally as shown. And the stopping of the second hand is useful for precise time settings, such as to an atomic clock online. You can set your watch down to the exact seconds. Pressing the crown back in, we'll start that second hand once more, and always make sure screw the crown nice and tight in against the case, as you want to keep this watch water resistant. Specifically for this Datejust watch, you're looking at 100 meters or 330 feet. Moving on to the bracelet now, with a beautiful style Oysters bracelet, which is a 3-piece link bracelet. As you can see, 1, 2, and 3. The outer of the 3-piece links has a nice brush finish in steel, and the center links are a nice mirror finish and the Ever Rose Gold. This is a two-toned watch, of course. Moving through the bracelet, you can see that pattern keeps the same through the clasp as well. And onto the other side of the bracelet, same thing. Nice, it's a very nice tapering from the first link downwards to keep a nice proportional view overall of the watch. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this watch back from the camera. And you can see that the tapering from the head to the bracelet, it just looks like perfection. Alright, moving to the clasp now, as located in the middle of the bracelet. You can see it's also very rectangular, very hard to miss. Has a Rolex crown logo on it itself. For this watch, it's a folding crown clasp, meaning that it's just simply pull the top of the clasp outwards, and it opens up to reveal these nicely high polished clasp blades. The clasp blades themselves, one of them has the Rolex name embossed on there, and I actually can zoom in for you so you can take a nice little look at that engraving. See, very beautiful engraving there. All right, closing the clasp back up, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the movement now. Movement is housed in this oyster style case backing with a nice satin finish on the back of it, with a nice bordering of high polish around it. The movement is an in-house made movement by Rolex. It's a perpetual mechanical self-winding movement. It's their caliber 3235 movement, which is also the movement used in other pieces such as the Submariner and Submariner, Sea Dwellers, and such things like that. So in sports watches as well. But it's a tried and tested movement for over 20 years, so you know you have a reliable movement, as it is also within Swiss specs of the precision of -2 + 2 seconds a day. Has the functions of the hour, minute, and seconds hand, changing of the date instantaneously, and stopping of the seconds hand for precise time setting, as I've shown you with the crown functions. We're looking at a paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring. For resistance against magnetism, as you don't want your watch to get magnetized, as it will cause it to run erratically. Usually in the cases of being erratic, it's usually much faster. Also, the shock absorbers for the watch is in-house made shock absorbers by Rolex, as they move on to more in-house made parts. It used to be a KIF shock absorbers. Now we're looking at high performance Paraflex shock absorbers, meaning that this watch has additional resistance against shocks, which Rolex claims, I believe, is about 50% more shocks than a KIF standard. Also a power reserve of 70 hours, meaning you can put this watch out on a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Sunday evening, and it'll be keeping time just fine. Alright, let me go ahead and show you this watch on my wrist. So we're going to locate that folding clasp, open that up, simply snap that on. Very simple and easy. You can see very beautiful two-tone of the Ever Rose Gold and steel. And there is the dial. Absolutely very unique dial. If you're looking for something a little bit different out of the typical Rolex, even though it says Rolex all over the back, it actually looks like a very unique style dial. Adds a little bit depth because of the sort of letters are cut out from the top portion of the dial, so it adds just a tiny bit of depth from the letters themselves. And of course, it still keeps that sort of sunburst feature where the light shines on it very beautifully in various areas of the watch itself. And so if you're interested in this watch or any other watch for the lowest possible price, check out our website at jazztime.com. We have the lowest prices guaranteed. And if you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.